Hi, Instagram family. Welcome to this exciting session from Shiksha Study Abroad. So, my name is Vaibhav and I'm the host for today's session. And today's guest is Siddhant Changkakati. So, he's a student studying at one of the most prestigious universities in the world, Trinity College Dublin in Ireland, and he's pursuing MSc in management. So, he'll be sharing his experience and insights as to how his journey has been so far in Ireland, and especially he'll be sharing his experience with Trinity and why did he select Trinity as an option to study in? So thanks for joining in again, Siddhant. Over to you. Can you please share like with your details, and if you can introduce yourself, that would be a bit better for the audience to know you.
Oh, yes. Hello, guys. My name is Siddhant Changkakati. I'm doing Masters in Management in Trinity College Dublin. And here I am to share my life experiences and the things that I have got out of 4 months in Ireland. And yeah, let me know if there is any queries or what can I tell about my experience here.
Yeah. So Siddhant, if you can share your like if you can share like what did you pursue in your bachelor's and how did you like decide on studying abroad?
Okay, yeah, I have done my bachelor's in mechanical engineering from Delhi Technological University. And
Yeah.
after my bachelor's, I have thought about studying abroad, and in that I was going to many different colleges around the world, and out of that I found colleges in Ireland to be quite value for money, and the fact that English is accepted in Ireland. So that led me to the choice to come to Ireland. And in Ireland, I saw there are many different universities. Out of that, uh, Trinity College was one of the most prestigious with the highest rank, and the quality of teaching was really good in Trinity. So that led to my choice of why I came to Trinity.
Okay, that's cool. And like Siddhant, to start with, can you share what all prerequisite examinations you had to go through to apply to Trinity?
No, there wasn't much examination except for IELTS. So to come to European countries, they require you to show that you can converse and communicate in English properly.
Mm-hmm.
So IELTS is one of the exams that I have given, and the cutoff for most universities in Ireland are 6.5, but I got 7 in IELTS. Yeah,
Great.
and yeah, that was the only exam that was required for me to come. But it also depends on course to course. My course did not require any different exams for masters in management. We just had to show IELTS, so that was the thing.
Okay, that's great. And Siddhant, to start with, when you had applied through Shiksha, like, did you get any sort of scholarship or benefit from the university since your CGPA is quite good? And like, did you get some sort of scholarship as well on behalf of Trinity or some sort of benefit as a student?
No, I haven't received scholarship from Trinity, but I did receive a scholarship from another college, NCI, but I prefer Trinity instead. No, I haven't received any such scholarship yet.
Okay. But you still went ahead with Trinity because it's a higher ranked university
Yes,
and like much
yes,
more of a university in Ireland.
yes.
Okay, cool. And Siddhant, like you know how the weather here in India is. It's like very on the extreme side, especially in north and south. So how is the weather condition in Ireland? Like and like how different is it from India? If you can
Uh,
give
weather
uh,
weather conditions are really different in Ireland. Especially, basically, it's cold weather. Like since it's Europe, in almost in northern Europe, it's quite cold over here. And and the thing is that sunlight varies throughout the year. Like in the summer, the sunrise will be at 6 a.m. On sunset will be around at 7 to 8 p.m.
mm,
in
okay,
Ireland, and in winters, sunlight will just stay for like 4 hours, so it will be quite cold. Temperatures will drop till 1 or 2 degrees Celsius and during the winters. In summers, it's quite comfortable as and when the sun is out. but other than
Hmm.
that, it's not very pleasant over here. And
Okay.
it's very
That.
windy and it rains a lot in Ireland. So I would suggest you to buy rainproof shoes and some jackets which can protect you from rain. Yeah.
Okay. Great. And apart from that, all the students who have joined us today, in case if you want to ask something to Siddhant specifically, or if you have any questions, feel free to post it in the comment box or the chat box. We'll be taking up the questions individually. So coming back to the session again, Siddhant, Trinity, like as soon as one student hears Trinity, like it's quite prestigious, and it's a very well-known traditional university in Ireland. So students look forward to apply to this sort of university, obviously on the basis of rank as well as the name of the university.
Yeah.
So, like, how has your experience been with the like in campus life, and how has the faculty been? So, like, if you can share your experience related to that.
Trinity being such a prestigious university, you get an exposure to a very international atmosphere.
Hmm.
There are people coming from all around the world, from Europe, from Asia, like China, Vietnam, and yeah, a lot of people from India, from the US. So since because of the ranking and the reputation, you get a very international reputation. The campus is a very good campus. It's as you know, Trinity was established in 1592, very old university. So the buildings are quite of those era. Yeah, but the business school is a modern building, but most of the buildings are of those era. If you have seen the pictures of Trinity, and it's a quite a good campus. It has all the different facilities. It has a swimming pool. It has a gym. It has a bar inside the campus. It has tracking events and football field, etc. Yeah, it's a very good
And
place to.
how has the faculty been, and especially with the international students, like how does the faculty treat the international students?
Well, faculty is very nice. There is no discrimination or as such that I have faced. They're generally really nice to everybody, and they answer your queries as you want, and they're quite helpful as well. Yeah,
Okay,
they're just very friendly, very warm.
okay, cool, cool. And how, like, since you did your bachelor's in India, you have done most of your education from India itself, and now you're pursuing your master's in Ireland. So, how different is the education system? Like, how much have you had to adapt to the system there
Oh
as compared?
yeah, compared to India, it's very different actually. Like in India, basically what we had was we had one midterm examination and a final examination for a semester, and that was about it. But here, mostly you're evaluated based on the basis of your assignments. So for each module, there will be a group project, uh, and there will be an assignment which you have to submit in the site, and they will be evaluated based on different criterias. And there is especially here no plagiarism. Plagiarism is an serious offense in the university, so which is not there in India. So based on that, yeah, it's very serious. Academics is very serious, and they take it very seriously in Trinity. And
Okay.
yeah, few of the modules have exams, but not all the modules have exams.
Okay. So it's rather than like the system how it works in India, it's based on the practicality, and you have to like be consistent rather than just performing once in India. Like
Yeah,
most of the students out there, we have midterm examinations and final examinations, right? But in Ireland, I
yeah,
believe you have to be consistent with the education and
yeah.
everything.
And the thing is that they emphasize on group projects because in real life situations, we'll be working in with different people, right? We'll be working with different of our colleagues, and teamwork is very important. So they
Mm.
highly emphasize on group projects in Trinity.
Mm. Okay, great, great. So that, like all the experience you have been sharing, that would be quite helpful to the students, upcoming students who want to apply to Trinity. And one of the biggest fears, like recently, that has crept up in Ireland is the accommodation situation. So, like, how serious is it, and like, is there some sort of accommodation crunch going on in Ireland at the moment?
Yeah, actually, it's a very serious situation in Ireland. There's accommodation. It's very difficult to get accommodation. So, people coming from India to Ireland, I would really suggest you to get an student accommodation, because most of the apartments that are posted in different sites, some of them are fake. You can never, and there are many scammers out there.
Okay.
And yeah, and I would highly suggest you to just go and look at the accommodation once before you come in and take the accommodation, like apartments. But student accommodations, they are safe. You can book them through the site. But the problem is they get booked quite early. And if you are coming to Ireland, and if you're sure that you're coming to Ireland, I would really suggest you just book the accommodation by February or March,
Hmm.
or maximum April, because after that it's a bad situation. So it's important to.
Any particular websites or particular groups on like Facebook or WhatsApp that you would want to suggest students to join to get update, or any sort of like
Yeah,
how students look for
uh,
accommodation in the efficient,
uh,
the most efficient way?
uh, okay, let's just say there are different preferences. First, there's Trinity accommodation.
Hmm.
Trinity accommodation is not given to everybody. It's given to few people who, basically to bachelors, first year bachelors. Then
Okay.
comes apartments. Apartments you can find it on two sites. I would generally suggest is one is yeah, def.I and
Okay.
ren.I. Those are the two good sites to find apartments, and rest there. Don't go in Facebook groups, because it's kind of risky sometimes. And there are some WhatsApp groups which I can suggest to someone, whoever reaches out to me. I can give them the link to the WhatsApp group. And for a student accommodation, you can check where there are various sites like This Is Fresh, there's Yogo, there is Aparto. There are many properties that help by these sites, so people can just go and check them out.
Okay, that's cool. So thanks for all the details. Apart from that, like what are the charges that a student has to keep in mind, or like what budget should a student keep on his end? So, like if you can give us an approx as to what's the cost of living that you have been going through right now, and what are the accommodation charges, if you can give some figures for that as well.
Accommodation. See, the thing is that here accommodations is quite expensive. It'll cost you around 800 to 1200 euros per month
Hmm.
for accommodations, and only if you're staying in sharing, it will cost you around 400 to 600 euros per month. So
Okay.
that is the average seen in Trinity.
That
After
includes utilities as well, like all your
No, no,
electricity
no, no.
bill, your water bill,
Yeah, yeah, that
or
includes like yeah, depends. Like certain, it depends on the place. Like where I am staying, it is costing about 1,000 euros per month, and it includes all the utilities, internet and kitchen, electricity,
Mhm.
all other things.
Okay.
But if you're staying in an apartment, it might cost you around 800 euros, but you'll have to pay for the electricity and
Okay.
the laundry, etc. And apart
Hmm.
from that, a group monthly spending about 300 to 400 euros. And if you just take if just the groceries and the food bills, it's just around 300 euros or 250 euros.
Okay. Cool. So to cut down on the cost and everything, you would obviously suggest like all the remaining students who are looking forward to apply to Ireland to cook the food by themselves, like buy groceries.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. here going to restaurants is very expensive. Each meal costs around 10 to 12 euros.
So
So
that's quite a lot. So
yes,
obviously to reduce on the cost of living, a student needs to know how to cook and at least do the
yeah,
basic course of the.
that's highly important. Like um to survive here, one has to know how to cook. Yes.
Mhm. Okay, great. So, apart from that, like coming to the fun part, like how is the university? You told us that there's a bar inside the university as well. So, like, was it a cultural shock? Like, I have spoken to a few students who have told that it's allowed to have like normal alcoholic beverages or a basic beer that we call in India. So, was it a cultural shock that like everything is allowed and you can attend the classes by yourself as a student? As compared to India, where the teachers are quite strict till the time you are doing your bachelor's or master's. The focus is
Uh,
they focus quite
yeah,
a lot on the attendance.
yeah.
So
In Ireland,
how was the culture?
this is actually a very different thing that I have noticed here.
Mhm.
Here there is a culture of drinking alcohol, like, and in Ireland there are some very famous alcohol like the Guinness,
Okay.
Jameson's whiskey. Those are produced in Ireland, so there's a culture over here to drink a lot, and we'll actually have social events where even the professors and our students will gather up, will drink some wine, will drink some champagne, will
Mhm.
network in various places. So for those purposes, we have a bar inside the college. It's called a pavilion bar, and yeah, they give alcohol at a cheaper rate, and people go and drink there sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. That's quite cool. So
Mm.
that would obviously be one of the attractions to a lot of students, especially the male students.
Yes, yes. I
Great.
mean, it's not like how it is in India. It's like it's a very common thing. It's a very normal thing here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like how is the international student community? Like how many Indian students you have? Like how often do you meet Indian students studying in your course or some other courses?
Uh,
And like
yeah.
how is the vibe in the
There
university?
in Trinity there are a lot of Indian students actually. Like if you say the strength of my class, half of my class is almost half is Indian, and the
Oh,
rest are people from other countries. There are good number of Chinese students, and there are other white students, as in like from Europe, from Australia, from uh, US, Canada, and all those places.
mhm.
So that is how the composition of the class is.
So, okay, cool. And like, do you celebrate Indian festivals or like how active is the Indian student community there? Like,
Um, I mean, not in college. Recently, I have celebrated Diwali, which is held at different places.
okay,
And I heard like I haven't been to it because we're not there yet. The Holy Festival of Trinity is quite good. Like they celebrate Holi in Trinity campus, which is quite good, which
mhm,
I've heard, but I haven't attended the festival yet.
okay. Yeah, it's upcoming like almost due next month. So that would
Mhm.
obviously be another new experience for you to enjoy, like Holi in a completely separate country with Indian students.
Yes.
So that would obviously be a very nice experience, I hope. And another one aspect that is quite important to the student is the part-time job opportunities. So like you have just been there for 4 months. So like have you started looking for part-time opportunities or like how like in case if some other friend has shared his or her experience related to part-time with you. So if you can give us a brief related to part-time opportunities as well there.
Okay. Actually, I haven't joined part-time, but some of my friends have.
Okay.
Um, According to your visa rules, you can work around 20 hours a week
Hours a week. Yeah.
on normal days, and on weekends and on holidays, you can work up to 40 hours a week.
Mhm.
Yeah, and to apply for part-time, there are only two ways to apply for part-time. That is through contacts, through your network, or you can apply, or mostly people apply through this website. So that is how people get part-time over here. They pay around 10 to 15 euros per hour. Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
you just have to work out your schedule along with your university schedule. That is the scene of part time here.
So what sort of opportunities are available? Like, do they have to work in restaurants or the hospitality related jobs, or what are the roles that are being provided in part-timers?
Oh, part time basically it's like you work in a restaurant as a waiter, or you work in a store um, as a person who's attending the store, or as a
Mm-hmm.
cashier. Those are the those are the jobs, because here the cost of living is high, and to pay salaries to have a full-time job, it's very costly. So those jobs is done by students working as part-time.
Okay, cool. And apart from like part-time, you've already said that what's the hourly payout that a student can expect, that is ranging from 10 to 15, right? 10 to 15 euros. Apart from that, like how about the placements? Like, have you had discussion with some of the seniors related to placements? Like, is there some sort of placement support being provided by Trinity? And what are the
Uh,
packages
the
that a
thing is
student
that
can?
there is no concept of placements when you come abroad.
Okay.
So you have to companies don't really come to your college and recruit the students. That doesn't happen. But what
Mm-hmm.
happens is companies come to universities, they hold job fairs,
Mm-hmm.
and they students are asked to apply to those jobs through their website. And you can go to these job fairs, and you can ask for referrals to these people. And as far as your career counseling is concerned, Trinity has a service where they offer counseling to students for their career, to guide them how where their career will go. So those are the only two things that is available. And there are websites like career websites and other websites which will help you to make your CV, and the jobs are posted in those websites.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it's unlike India, there's no as such placement drive that a student can expect, and there's no placement surety, but a student has to like
Mm.
make contact, keep the LinkedIn game strong, and do all
Yes,
the activities.
LinkedIn, Indeed, yeah. There is no placements. Yeah, I don't think there is placements anywhere in Ireland, like in any university in Ireland.
Mhm. Okay, that's quite cool. And since you have also heard that there's a war situation between Ukraine and Russia, and like a lot of European economies and countries have been facing inflation. So have you, like, since you have just moved into Ireland, have you faced that sort of situation where you're seeing
Uh, I
like rise
mean,
in the prices of basic commodities?
the thing is that I haven't faced as an inflation as such, but Dublin itself is a very expensive city. I think it's one of the most expensive cities in the world.
Okay.
So yeah, it's cost of living is high in Dublin, but I don't think I have lived long enough to face what are the effects of inflation over here right now. Yeah.
So have you like just like across the news or just going or discussing with your friends who have been there for a longer time?
Mm.
Have you got some sort of information related to rise in the prices of basic commodities that obviously that is used day to day on a day to day basis?
Uh, no, I haven't done anything like that. The prices are, the thing is that, yeah, the things are expensive. Some
Hmm.
things are quite affordable, but I haven't talked about prices rising in Ireland as such.
Hmm.
Nothing like that.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
And apart from that, another important aspect is healthcare. So, like, how are the healthcare facilities in Ireland? Especially after COVID, a lot of students want to be secure related to the healthcare facilities by a study destination, wherever they are looking to apply to. So,
Yeah,
like, how are the
the
healthcare facilities in Ireland?
um, Ireland, I do not have first-hand experience in healthcare facilities because
Okay.
I haven't needed it yet. But yeah, for every student who is coming to Ireland, they are required to get a health insurance.
Okay.
So only then they get the visa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what I have heard is that doctors are not available. So if you take an appointment, you might get the appointment a month later. So the healthcare facility is like it's difficult to get the appointment from the doctor. That's what I have heard, but I have not personally used any um, had the need to use the hospital yet. And there is a clinic
Yes,
in
yeah,
Trinity.
that you don't need to go through the healthcare and the system. We wish you a very good health.
Yeah.
But like the basic facilities are quite good, like as per you regarding the
Yeah,
healthcare and everything.
as far as facilities is concerned, it's quite good, but it's the only problem is it's difficult to get an appointment with a doctor.
Hmm.
You'll be given a nurse that you have to be in contact with, and he or she will um, advise you on various things. But to get an appointment with the doctor, it's a little difficult. And as far as the facilities go, like you're hospitalized or you have gone through a serious injury, then yeah, the facility is quite good. Like there are modern equipments and stuff.
Okay, that's cool. And like how safe is Ireland as a study destination for international students, especially like Indian students? So like have like how friendly are the Irish people?
Oh yeah, yeah. Ireland as a country is a very safe country, and I think Dublin is one of the safest cities in the world. And you can go out anytime at night, and there is no much problem. And people are, people are outside roaming at late in the night. There is no problem. But yeah, there are few instances where people have been robbed or their purses have been snatched, but there are very few instances. Irish people are very friendly. They get along easily with you. And here, the culture of the people are that they're very polite and they're very friendly. So, this is something which is different from India.
Hmm.
Here, people will say sorry, they'll say thank you. They're very warm and nice. Yeah.
Okay, that's quite cool. So great. So, like we have been waiting for few questions by the students, but I believe we have almost covered all the topics that
Yeah.
the student needs to know before applying to Trinity or any other university, basically in Ireland. So we can conclude the session. So thanks a lot again, Siddhant, for taking out your valuable time and joining us today. It was a pleasure having you with us, and hopefully we'll be doing more such sessions in the future, and we'll be having you as a guest or as a panelist again. So thanks again for your time, Siddhant.
Thank you. Thank you so much.